Welcome to another Friday night special of Hit the Net. Last week we brought you the extraordinary events at Ashton Gate as City played Millwall and won that all-important game. Tonight's equally important, if not more so, as they take on third-place Reading at the fabulous Madjeski Stadium. Jamie Cureton is named as a substitute for Reading, with 19-goal Martin Butler preferred up front. The Royals also include the former Swindon defender Eddie Whitbread, currently on loan from Portsmouth. The good news for City is that Brian Tinnion's hamstring has recovered enough for him to be awarded a place on the bench. Elsewhere they remain unchanged, with Thorpe and Peacock given the job up front. Last week's last-ditch goal hero Lee Matthews is, like Tinnion, a substitute. Your commentator tonight is Nigel Turner.
So referee Paul Durkin gets us underway here at the Madjeski Stadium. A crucial match for both sides and their promotion ambitions. And immediately Reading on the attack. And a first touch for Steve Phillips, which he'll be grateful for in what is a big match atmosphere at the Madjeski Stadium. Not full, but certainly vibrant. Phillips with the clearance. Bristol City looking to get those vital early touches. Madison showing his power in midfield, but Bristol City just finding a bit short there, and the shot comes in and a goal. Well, he tried his luck from long range, and in off the inside of the post, and Graham Murty has put Reading in front. 8.5 minutes on my watch at least. Just watch as Bristol City dwelt on the ball in midfield, gave him far too much space, not closing him down. He tries it from long range, as well you might in the conditions, beats Phillips on his right hand, and in off the post. Needed a bit of a luck from the framework, but look at this, he just got it away from his feet and struck it first time, and he got his reward. And now Butler racing in again, and Phillips has to come in with a fist this time. And then, well, that's a remarkable cannon off the back of Reading player's head, and Phillips looks as if he's hurt himself in that little skirmish when he had to come out and punch the ball away. And here he comes again. That's the third time in a short space of time that he's had to come out to save his defenders. And, well, you can see just two players collided. And now Danny Wilson laying down the law to his defenders, trying to sort it out. And in fact, this stoppage may have come at just the right moment for Bristol City. Mickey Bell. And Bell again. Oh, just curling wide. Knew what he was going to do. Played the give and go. And always worth an effort from that sort of distance. It was a bit cramped for room, but Peacock laid it off nicely. And then left-footed. And the inside of the left foot just sort of curled it past the post, but well worth the effort by Mickey Bell. Rather unhappily wide. Hill on a run. Thorpe. Well, that was a well-worked move again by Bristol City, building up patiently down the left-hand side. Nice interpassing, keeping possession, waiting for the opening to come. Danny Wilson making some notes for use at half-time, one imagines. And now the cross just a little bit too deep. And Peacock into the box and in by Thorpe. Well, Reading really gave that away, just seconds to go before the interval, and Tony Thorpe has poached the equaliser. Peacock and Thorpe out of nothing, and joy for the visiting fans, all 4,000 of them. Now this was suicide, but Murty with the first challenge, and then Newman, and then robbed by Peacock, and well, Tony Thorpe doesn't miss from that sort of distance. 1-1, his 22nd goal of the season, and Tony Thorpe, well, he was in hot water last week for getting sent off. But what a precious goal that is. Bell. To Hill. Rouget bundles him off it. And Mr. Durkin blows the whistle for the interval. and the two managers will now have to change their team talks at half-time, I would suspect. Reading would have been well pleased, but Danny Wilson will be delighted to have seen his team equalise. Murty with the first goal for Reading early on, and then Tony Thorpe with the equaliser right on the stroke of half-time. An exciting first half, plenty more action to come in the second. Join us again after the break. So, welcome back to the Madjeski Stadium as we get underway in the second half. Reading and Bristol City level at 1 apiece, thanks to that last gasp equaliser by Tony Thorpe just before the break. So Bristol City will be attacking the end behind which all their fans are massed. They'll be somewhat more cheerful than they had anticipated only a short while ago. Harper. It just wouldn't run for Butler. Bell. Kliss going outside into good space. And the clearance was a little uncertain as well, but now Rougier for Reading. And Butler makes the run, he's onside. Desperately unlucky, Martin Butler. Flag stayed down. Butler hits the woodwork. Vibrant start to the second half. Players all condensed in the middle third of the field. Well taken down by Peacock. Murray with the cross. And what a goal! 2-1 to Bristol City, and Lee Peacock gets on the end of it. 2-1 to the visitors. What a turnaround. Look at this, forging run, surging through, comes to Scott Murray, curls in the cross nicely, and well, there were two Bristol City players, Peacock the first of them, and finds his mark perfectly into the corner, hanging cross again, and he just got him in front of the defender and met it perfectly. 2-1 Bristol City. Breaks to Robinson, plenty of space again down the left-hand side. But well read by Scott Murray. Now here's Matthews with his first real touch. Good ball in. Klist. Back heel, Matthews! He scored! He's only been on a couple of minutes. The super sub from Leeds. Bristol City lead 3-1. Klist pushed the ball into the box. The two strikers went for it, then Matthews saw that it wasn't on for him, stood back, the back heel perfectly into his path, and he's clearly a finisher, the lad. From the high angle behind the goal again, look at the back heel by Peacock, superb, and the finish needed the post, but who cares about that if you're a Bristol City fan? And another substitution going to come now, and a little bit of a surprise return to first team action for Brian Tinnion. The best of times he's not able to train too much, coming back after injury. Replaces Aaron Brown, who's gone off on the far side in a stretcher buggy. And there is Aaron Brown adding to Bristol City's injury problems. Must be pretty bad that he's needed transport to get round to the dugout. Madison. brilliantly held off by Peacock. He seemed to be holding off two players for, seemed like ages, but managed to turn and get the shot in. What, he's holding him off all the time there, shielding the ball with his body. Round one challenge. Well, he had to try and curl it round the second one, didn't he? And to be honest, didn't really threaten the goal. And there is the final whistle. And who would have believed it just a couple of weeks ago? Bristol City have beaten two of the leading teams in the division. Lee Matthews and Lee Peacock among the scorers. Who would have believed it also when Graham Murty put Reading ahead early on. Tony Thorpe grabbed a crucial equaliser just before the break. And then Peacock with a glancing header. And then Matthews coming on as a super sub saw Bristol City home to 3 more crucial points.
So an unbelievable win for Bristol City, 2 in successive weeks for them now, and to tell us who this one is, Danny Wilson. Danny, a tremendous win.
It wasn't unbelievable though. And it's, no, the lads played really, really well, particularly second half as well. And I thought after the initially going goal down, I thought they showed great character. Not only to go away from home and win, but to come to a stadium like this, and in the form that Reading are showing at the moment, I thought it was a fantastic effort.
What do you do to turn it around after that first half hour? They looked the dominant side.
Yeah, they certainly were, and I think we didn't handle the first ball particularly well. You know, they put us on the back foot. We had to defend very, very deep. You know, and anything could have happened. You know, we could have put a header that was into the path of a striker, or that maybe because we were under a bit of pressure. But I thought we dealt with it. We stayed in the game. You know, we didn't concede the second goal, which was very important to us. And then at the death of the first half, as you well know, we nicked a goal, and I think that really knocked the stuffing out of them being so late in the first half. And then the second half, we had a little bit of fortune when they hit the post. But again, after that, I think it was all us. I thought we really, really dominated, and particularly on the counter-attack, we looked really menacing. And 2 fantastic goals, the last 2. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were terrific interplay between the 2 strikers, you know, and great awareness from each other. And again, let's just hope, you know, it can continue, you know. But we don't get carried away. You know, we've had 2 good results, but what it does for more than anything gives you a lot of confidence to go in the last 9 games. People do get carried away, though. Doom and gloom a couple of weeks ago. You've beaten the leaders, now the 3rd place side, very much in the thick of things. Well, I mean, we say that all the time. I mean, results have a funny nature with certain supporters, in that, you know, every result that you have, whether it's positive or negative, that's the end of your season, one way or the other, or it's your start of your season. You know, but you get a bit more experience in the game, and you make sure that you go the distance, which is 40-odd games, and see where you are in May. You know, and we don't get carried away with this. If it was a defeat, we wouldn't have got worried about it. We just kept going.